muting you guys out to the rest of the streamers, but I think I've figured it out. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Hey guys, I think I've just gone live on Twitch. It's took me a while to figure out muting you guys out to the rest of the streamers. I've got an echo. I've figured it out. So I appear to be live. Yeah, I can hear you guys loud and clear, but I don't think you're going through over the Twitch, so it shouldn't disturb anyone watching over Twitch. So I'll be able to answer questions from you guys. So what I think I'll do is I'll just let the Twitch guys know that I've got TeamSpeak on and that I'm answering a question. Yeah. So I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check with the Twitch viewers that they can hear me okay and they can't hear you guys. So my good friend Painter is there. So hi, yeah, you might want to turn. I would suggest muting me on Twitch and just listen to me on TeamSpeak, and then everyone else who's watching through Twitch take no notice. So hi Painter, how are you doing? What's coming through loud, my voice or music? So several. My schedule is Sunday evenings, Monday evenings, and then just random whenever I can. So to all the viewers on Twitch, I'm experimenting with a TeamSpeak at the moment, so you can't hear them, but I'm going to be answering their questions as well. These are lots of pain. Yeah, I'm gonna mute my mic normally for you guys, so you don't get distracted by me also. So to everyone on Twitch, apologies. I'm just got a Facebook group following me at the moment. Mic is too high. Okay, we'll see how the mic goes. Yeah, maybe I was talking too loud. Let's get some painting done. Painter, to answer your question, I'll reply to you with some contact details so you can send those files over to me. Thank you so much for doing those. I really appreciate it. Right, try and remember where I were with these guys. So I think I've pretty much done the metallics. I think, oh, they've all got this tankard on the back I need to do. And a few of them have got a few pockets I need to work on. Need to figure out what colour hair to give this guy. Thinking a dark brown colour. Let's have a look. African flesh is a nice brown colour. So have you been streaming Paint now? I've had a really busy weekend, so I haven't had the chance to keep checking Twitch this weekend. I spent all day yesterday sanding the floors in my house, and Painter, are you experiencing any lag? Some of the guys on the TeamSpeak are saying they're experiencing a bit of lag. Hey Unseen Dragon, how are you? Thanks for coming back to watch. Some buffering on the stream. I wonder if TeamSpeak is interfering with it somehow. Keep me updated on that, please. Hi Fatso. Fatso and Unseen Dragon, are you experiencing any lag at the moment watching me? Hey Kenshin, I'm good, thank you. Good. Well, I'll keep this TeamSpeak open for the moment, but if you guys tell me that you're all struggling, then I'll turn it off. Twitch has been weird today, has it? Yeah, that's Snipers by a painter called forgotten what, Cyril Abati, but he's disappeared off the face of the planet. He was one of my favourite painters, but he's vanished. Hi Joxel, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Are you sculpting tonight? If you guys don't know Joxel, check out his stream. He's a very, very, very talented sculptor. We wouldn't have a hobby if it wasn't for guys like him producing us fantastic miniatures. Thanks Joxel. Well, I'm going to be streaming for about 3 hours, so if you're still broadcasting when I've finished, I'll come and say hi. Hi guys, it's Adam. Can you hear me? I've asked the guys on Twitch, and most of them say the stream's fine. It has been playing up for a few people during the day, so I think it might be a problem on Twitch's end. Someone did give maybe close the window and refresh and try opening me again. Just reading Kenshin's post. Digital camos. Pop out my. So, Painter, you can pop out the actual video screen. I know you can pop out the chat box, but you can pop out the video screen as well in Twitch. Let me read Kenshin's questions again. I've only ever done digital camo once, Kenshin, but I got some sticky stencils off the internet. I can't remember which company it was. Anarchy, I think it was Anarchy Miniatures or Anarchy Stencils or something like that. And they, yeah, they worked a treat. They were really good to use. The only problem I found was that such a busy paint scheme like digital camo, it was a Tau robot that I was a Tau Riptide I was painting with urban camo, and it was very effective, but it really distracted from the model, and I suppose that's what digital camo is supposed to do. Whoops, too watered down that. Painter, thanks for this post. Bear with me, guys. Someone on TeamSpeak says I'm a fast painter. I'm I'm not sure I am. I just wanted to chip in, guys, and say I'm not sure I am a fast painter, but maybe I consider myself to be a very, 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 very slow painter. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's. I think my technique is very slow, but perhaps I'm maybe fast at that slow technique, perhaps. Right, I need to give this guy some stubble. So I've found in the past of kind of bluey grey thin washes is good for stubble, so I'm going to use Toon Blue, which is someone in TeamSpeak's asking me if this is a commission, and it's kind of a commission. Alex, who sculpted these, of course you know who Alex is, he sent me them to get painted up to do the demo tables, because I help him do the demo tables, so they're kind of a commission. I'm not getting paid, but I get to keep them, I suppose, so I guess it's a commission in that way. And then I think I will add some Arctic Grey, which is that. So I'm just trying to mix up someone's asking me about tiger stripes. I would consider, I mean, if you've got an airbrush, I would cut some out on some masking tape, and then just cut your own shapes into masking tape and apply them. So if you wanted black, yeah, can you hear me, TeamSpeak guys? If you don't have an airbrush, I would just consider very steady hand. I mean, get a picture up of some tiger stripes and, you know, have that reference in front of you. And have a second brush behind your ear ready to take away any mistakes. So I'm just going to do thin washes of this bluey grey. This bluey grey over his chin to give a grey stubble. Subtle. It might only need one coat there actually. I'm not sure. Hey Judge, how are you? Painter crisscrossing, but thanks for getting in contact, Judge. The other day, we should definitely meet up. For those that don't know, Judge is a brilliant painter. I think he's going to start streaming. And such a small world we live in. He lives down not too far away from me, so I think we're going to get together and talk geeky stuff. Yeah, talk shop painter. Well, I want to interrogate Judge Gudge because I understand that he he won a Golden Demon award, and entering Golden Demon is something I've always wanted to do and never got around to, so I want to get his advice. So I think I've almost finished these Albionicans. Just need to do some oil washing. So that I'll need to gloss them. Just remembered this one's got a playing card, hasn't he? That I need to paint. Where's my white gone? I think there is some websites now dedicated to that paint now, where they collect all the Golden Demon winners. Oh, excuse me. I've lost my white paint. There it is. Whoa, too much. Was someone asking me a question then on TeamView, TeamSpeak? Well, you do know that the troll from Trollbridge is based on Old Grog is a play on a character from Mighty Boosh, Old Greg. So you should Google Mighty Boosh, Old Greg instead of Old Grog, and watch a few videos of Old Greg. It's very funny. That might inspire you for what to put on Trollbridge. Sorry everyone on Twitch, someone on TeamSpeak was asking me about the troll from this game, and he's building him a bridge to live under, and he was wondering what to put on top of the bridge, and I was suggesting he look at what's actually inspired that troll from the TV show Mighty Boosh. So if anybody's painting anything tonight, don't forget you can tweet or Instagram the pictures with hashtag Boyzie2000UK. Be nice to see what you're all painting up, and gives me something to talk about as well. You guys on TeamSpeak, don't forget you can use hashtag Boyzie2000UK to tweet or Instagram me something. It'd be nice to see what you're working on. So for those that don't know, I'm also listening to a TeamSpeak at the moment. Over on Facebook there's a big group of guys who are into this game, and they are all painting along with me at the moment, and we're just chatting on TeamSpeak. So anyone watching a TV show called Happy Valley? Me and my wife have just been getting into it. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's filmed near where I live actually, so it's quite weird to see local pet places that I know on a TV show. Judge, his wife loves Happy Valley. So you're not watching it, Judge Gudge? If you go to Twitter or Instagram and just use my hashtag, which is Boyzie2000UK. Well, if you don't have one of those, no worries. Send it to me on Facebook, and I'll go check that. Okay, I'll go take a look. Thank you. Okay. Sage Grouse tweeted you out with some work I'm doing with an orc boy. Oh yeah, that's come up now. I can see the back of him. That's that's really vibrant. It's really popping. Is that? It looks really good. Nice one, Sage. You should do Judge Gudge. It's a great show, but it's just weird seeing places that you know as well on TV. Okay, I think I might we need to do some gold in various places on these guys, and then I'm going to do some weathering, I think. Yeah, it's, Sage Grouse, his boots did seem a bit bright. So yeah, I would agree. Gets, you know me though, get some mud on there. No, you don't need a hashtag on Facebook now. So whose is the troll, with the forest troll? Because that's looking really nice. So guys on Twitch, I'm just looking on the Arkworld Facebook page. A few guys are painting some stuff. Oh, I like the stripes on the cocklegriff, the yellow inside the orange. That really works. That's cool. Yeah, that's the best way to save some money, Sage, is get some pastels, like I said, rather than weathering pigments. They're much cheaper and you'll get every colour under the sun. Just remember what I said about, unfortunately, you should really get the most expensive ones you can, because the cheaper ones, it's mostly glue, and they won't stick to your model as well as the more expensive ones. This is what I've been led to believe. You'd think the ones with more glue in would stick better, but they don't. Supposedly to save money, they put more glue in than pigment, and it's the pigment that you need to be sticking to the model. Okay, I'll go check that out. Oh wow, that bridge is incredible. I wish you could tweet that. That is. Okay, I'll try and tweet that to everyone. Just bear with me, because that's incredible. Okay, everyone on Twitch. One of the guys over on Facebook has built a bridge for Troll Bridge, so I'm going to try and tweet that to you, because it is very good. In fact, what I will do briefly is, what I'm going to do briefly is just capture it and show it on the stream. It's really good. So hopefully everyone can see that on screen now. So that's a bridge someone over on Facebook's building for the for this game that these miniatures come from. Battle for Troll Bridge. So that's the bridge the troll's gonna live under. Everybody on Twitch likes the bridge. Okay, Paintner's having some problems. Anyone else having buffering problems right now? Trying to figure out if it's my end. I haven't dropped any frames or anything like that according to the stats on my stream. I'm going to do some weathering now. Where's my weathering pigments? Thanks, Joxel. So I think I've shown, well, I have shown this on stream before, but what I do is I use 3 different muds for muddying up boots. I start with this, which I imagine is quite a dusty, light mud, so that will go further up the trousers. Then I use this one, which is a bit darker, so this doesn't travel as far up the trousers because it's a bit heavier. And then finally this one towards the bottom, which is the very heavy wet mud, perhaps, that hasn't been able to travel as far up the model. And then I'll probably splash some bits of that further up as well, just for the odd splatter that maybe made it a little bit higher. So with weathering pigments, you just load up the brush and dab them on. So this dust isn't probably going to show up on the back. Well, maybe. Joxel. Alright boys, you're going to head out. Hope you have a good painting session. You too, hope you have a good sculpting session, Joxel, and I'll try and check you out before I go to bed. Okay, the darker colour now. I can hear you. Some of the team speaks are complaining about me muddying up this cloak. You know me. I love to weather and muddy things up. I can't resist. These guys have been marching through mud and rain and up the river to get to Trowbridge. He's going to be muddy. White uniforms is the height of arrogance. That's what I like about these Albionicans. They think they can wear white uniforms and get away with it. What a mistake. The weathering pigments, so they're actually powder, and you dry brush them on. You've got to seal it with a varnish afterwards though. Well, tell your girlfriend that lots of painters use their girlfriend's makeup to do the same thing. It's true, true. Hey Fred, how are you? Oh, Freddy. I haven't seen you online for a while. How the halflings coming along? Sage grouse. So, as you probably know, I'm going to do some oil washes soon. So, because I've done the weathering before the oil washes, I will be sealing this with a gloss varnish. So that seals the weathering pigment, but also prepares me for the oil wash, which comes next. I've done the biox. Do you want to take a look? Bear with me. Bear with me a second. I'll get the biox. Someone on team. So somebody on TeamSpeak just hadn't realised I'd painted the Bay Ox already, so just getting them to show him. So the Bay Ox are on screen right now. Have you seen my old grog? I'll get my old grog out for you. No, I haven't done the boglins yet. They're left to do, but the boglins are all that I've left to do yet. So here's old grog. Thank you, kind words. And my personal favorite, the Lowlander. Yeah, I just need to finish his base, and then I'm done. And then this is what I'm going to be working on next. This is what I'm working on next, I think, after the Ark World. Yeah, it's a halfling walker. Frank's Freddy. That's a robot from it's a series of mechs called Machine Krieger. They've got quite a cult following. Whoever was mentioning the wooden blocks on TeamSpeak went really quiet then, I can't hear you now. I can hear you now, thank you. Yeah, they just stop me from getting my fingers all over the model, and you know, when I'm these weathering pigments, you can probably see them all over my fingers already. Yes, I can hear you now fine. pretty awesome, aren't they? The Machine Krieger. Yeah, Judge Gudge, I'm really looking forward to rusting them up and bashing them up. You know, weathering's one of my favourite parts of the hobby. Okay, let's do the darker mud now. Someone's just asking me how I seal the weathering pigment. Bear with me, guys. It depends what stage I'm using them at. At the moment, I'm going to do some oil washing next, which you require a gloss varnish to do oil washing. So I'll be sealing these with a gloss varnish, but other times it would probably be a matte varnish, because I finish the model with several matte varnishes. So sometimes I use that to seal the weathering pigments. But in this particular case, it'll be a gloss varnish next. And the gloss varnish is one that it's by Badger Minotaur, the one on screen now, which is it just came with all my airbrush paints. But I use for doing matte varnish, I use Tester's Dull Coat. That's right, I use my airbrush, yeah. Fred says, first challenge is just to fit them on screen the next project. Ah, right, yeah, that's a good point. That big robot's going to be a challenge, isn't it? Yeah. I need to zoom out a bit. Sorry, say that again, TeamSpeak. I didn't catch that last bit. Testers do a Tester's Dull Coat in a can, which is excellent. I've been using that for years as well. I really recommend that. Tester's Dull Coat. You can buy it in a spray can, so get yourself some of that. It's fabulous. Judge Gudge agrees. Testers is the. I think if you could take pro painters and juice them, squash them down into a liquid, and put it in a can, it would probably be Tester's Dull Coat. It just makes your models look so much nicer. It takes your blends and makes them smoother, and it's just the ultimate matte varnish. So what I'm going to do next is, the good thing about weathering pigments is you can mix them with water. So I'm going to make a dark mud mixture and then use some sponge to randomly splatter some up the leg and on the back of the captain's cloak, which I'll demonstrate now. So a little bit of sponge and some tweezers or a crocodile clip like this. Get some on the sponge, test it on your thumb to see how it's so far too big there. So yeah. I'm just going to get a fresh bit of sponge. The guys on TeamSpeak are teasing me for painting my fingers. There's nothing wrong with painting your nails. I'm in a dark mood. When I'm rich and famous, I'm going to get someone else to lick it for me. Sorry, Twitch viewers, everyone. They were talking on TeamViewer about licking brushes. Hey Faded Wolf, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. Hey Bumblebam, how are you? So Faded Wolf and Bumblebam, what are you guys up to tonight? Are you doing any painting? Don't forget you can tweet or Instagram me using hashtag Boyzie2000UK and it'll appear above my head. Be nice to see what you're painting, and it gives me something to talk about as well. Because unlike some painters on Twitch, I'm not the greatest at doing constant chat. I don't think I do too bad, but there is the odd quiet section, which may be a bit boring for you guys. Feel free to ask me any questions. Bumblebam is fishing in a game. Xanthan Minis playing BDO. I don't know what BDO is. BDO. I don't know what BNS or BDO is, Xanthan Minis. Blades and Soul, a martial arts MMO. I do enjoy video games. I'm a bit behind the times. Until very recently, I've had some children, and my kind of video gaming didn't get the chance to do much. But my boy's 4 years old now, so he's just getting into video gaming. So I've kind of got back into it myself. I just pre-ordered The Division today. Just feeling that this big spot of mud is a little bit too big. Might get some of this lighter mud and just lighten it down a little bit. Fredzilla, this is interesting as I picked up some weathering pigments at Sure a while back and had no luck with them. That's cut off screen slightly, that. Let's have a look. Been to the Hammerhead show this weekend. So it's Freddie's dad. So how was that show? Was Arkworld there? Evening, Ten Hall. Okay, I'm quite pleased with the bottom of his cloak. He, up to that point, before doing that, I think he did look far too clean for a soldier out in the battlefield. Maybe it's over the top, but oh, Judge Gudge, what have you sent me? Might have to go. I need to have a closer look at that, Judge Gudge. That Judge Gudge has sent me a picture on Twitter No, need to get my Twitter account open. Let's have a look. So I'm looking at Sage Grouse's Orc close up. Very nice. I like the leather shirt on that. Let's have a look at Judge Gudge's miniature. Goodness me, what is that? That is an awesome mini. Put in the chat what that is, Judge Gudge. It's some kind of Chaos Marine. The base is fantastic as well. Some poor Marine buried under some rubble there as well. Very cool. Looking forward to see what you do with that, Judge Gudge. So Fredzilla's been to a show this weekend, and he's saying he played a couple of games. So what games did you play, Fredzilla? Anyone as good as me at demoing games? Got such a big head you won't be able to see it on the screen in a minute. For those that don't know, I met Fredzilla and his dad a couple of months back and demoed the Mark World. We had a great fun. Discovered his son is an evil genius general. Right, so I need to wash my hands and then need to gloss these miniatures, but I'll probably do that off camera another time. So I'm going to start painting these boglins next. So I'm just going to go wash my hands. Bear with me, everyone. Judge Gudge, it's Chaos chosen from the Dark Vengeance box. It's awesome. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I just had to wash my hands. They were covered in weathering pigment. Fredzilla and his dad played Frostgrave, Saga and Dragon Rampage. I've heard of Frostgrave. That's gathering quite a big following. Saga, I've heard of that one. That's historical stuff, but Dragon Rampage, never heard of that. Any good? Dragon Rampage? Could have fallen asleep with the Saga game was going because of Otherworld miniatures. I don't understand that. So Saga was boring? Is that what you're saying? So, boglins. What colour flesh shall I give boglins? Okay, so again, I like the Bayox. I don't want to go for a traditional bright green for these guys. I've lost the, I can't remember what this paint's called, but it was 27 from Foundry. Maybe a kind viewer could have a look on the Foundry site for me and remind me what 27 is from Foundry. I'm glad you clarified that. Fredzilla's dad. I've fallen in love with some miniature ranges before, but I've never licked them. Maybe only because I was brought up. I started miniature gaming when there was actually lead in the miniatures, so. It's surprising the number of people that still think there are lead in the miniatures. When I talk to some of my family members about maybe teaching their kids to paint miniatures, that's the first thing they sometimes say is, oh well, they're worried that they're going to get poisoned. The guys on TeamSpeak are getting excited to see me finally painting the boglings. I didn't realise they were so popular. Oh yes, please do, Julian. Send me some of Freddie's pictures. So Fredzilla, well, it's his dad that's talking through the account, but Fredzilla is he's only 13, I think, and he's turning out to be an excellent painter. So Julian, Fredzilla, I use 3 different colours for weathering mud, but obviously weathering pigments, there's well, I'll show you the ones I use most often. So this one is Smoke by MIG, so I would use this on the end of barrel guns to give carbonizing, or anything that's burnt, any explosions. Would tend to use that because it dries powdery and looks like carbonization. This is standard rust, so obviously use this anywhere that's rusty. you know, and this is ochre rust. And with the good thing about weathering pigments is you can use as little or as much as you want. So sometimes, let me show you on a model. So for example, on this model, use the rust. You can brush it on quite lightly to represent it, just rust coming through on the paint, or on areas like that I used it quite heavily and used the hairspray and salt technique for that. Bits of dust on the yellow stripes there. So you don't, it's not just mud and things like that you can do with it. But for mud, I use this one, which is really dusty. So this travels up the trousers much further because it's light dust. So I start much further. Well, I'll show you on the cloak. So with that colour, I started about here, and just brushed that on. Then I used that, which is a bit heavier, and started about there. And then with the darkest one, right at the bottom, and then dabbed it on. And then you can mix it with water and dab it on with a bit of sponge. Sorry, can you repeat that? Someone's just talking to me on TeamSpeak. The halfling poacher, Rabin Tood. Okay, I'll remember that. Yeah, I've seen that miniature somewhere. Yeah, with the two rabbits. Did that explain it, Fredzilla? Sorry, I've got TeamSpeak in my ear as well. So I think you can get all sorts of colours. I don't know if you've seen the Nurgle Lord I did. I used purple pigment in the shadows of his flesh just to make him look a bit bruised and putrid. And the good thing is, until you seal it with varnish, you can wash it off, clean it off. No, I don't gloss before the weathering. But if you do the weathering before you do the oil washes, then the gloss will seal the weathering pigment for you. So if I remember, I tend to do the weathering before the oil washes, but sometimes I forget. So I think on the halflings, I may have done the oil washes first. But yeah, it's best to do the weathering first because you need to do a gloss for the oil washes. So sorry, someone's asking me a question on TeamSpeak. Sorry, could you repeat that on TeamSpeak? I missed that. Ah, fantastic. I've actually got the cockle griff, but I just haven't got around to painting it yet. The new one. Some guys on TeamSpeak are just talking about the Arkwell cockle griff model. You should maybe Google it, guys. It's a really nice model, cockle griff. The guys on TeamSpeak are just asking about the, saying that it's they're jealous that I've been able to paint these models before they've been released. So I just want to talk to them about that. Has it been helpful to see me paint them? I guess watching all these hours of them up close on a camera, did that help you decide to buy them and things like that? Was it helpful? Of course, Painter, yeah. Are you streaming right now? Sage Grouse, watching you paint all these models has made me want to get them, but then I realise your models will always look more beautiful than mine. I'd want to do them the justice they deserve. Oh, cheers, Sage. I mean, that's really kind of you to say, but kind of sad at the same time, isn't it? That I hope I'd prefer to inspire people to pick up the brush, and hopefully what I do helps them improve. But thanks guys, that's really kind. Thanks, Fredzilla. Sage, you know how to contact me. You know, I'm happy to help. Just let me know, and any questions. Hi Freddie, how you doing? So your dad has posted some pictures of your hobbits, I think. Hopefully they're going to pop up on screen soon. I'll keep my keep looking up. How you doing then, Freddie? Did you go to the show today with your dad? Yeah, Sage, I mean, I know it's an old cliche, but yeah, practice, practice, practice. I mean, what an amazing age we're living in right now to, be able to share skills and learn from each other. When I first started painting, there was no internet, there was only White Dwarf really to learn from. And now it's just amazing. The internet's full of resources. YouTube, Cool Mini or Not, Putty and Paint. If you haven't been on, go to TutoFig. That's a brilliant website for tutorials. In fact, I'll post that. I mean, maybe everyone who's watching is aware of that website, but it's, I'll pop it. Hey Fatso, I was just recommending a website, tutofig.com. Yeah, I can't wait to check out your stream, Painter. Yeah, take a look at that website, Tutofig. It's a great website. It kind of collects all the tutorials off from the internet. Someone's on TeamSpeak's just asking me about using water effects. Bear with me a second. Yes, I've used water effects a couple of times. I don't know the particular brand, but it was like a 2-part resin that I had to mix together. Say again, please. Yes, it was very cheap. I don't buy anything that's expensive if I can help it, so I imagine it was not much. It was a very small bottle though. Okay, I'll try and find out what brand the water effect was, and I'll post it for you. No, not a problem. Oh, purple, that's really kind words. I'm actually I'm training to be a teacher at the moment, funnily enough. Well, I do some work for a local college as a lecturer, and they kindly put me on a teacher training course. So, that's nice to hear. Xanthia Minis is streaming painting too, so let me check I'm following him just in case. No, I'm not. Consider yourself followed, Xanthia Minis. Work commitments and baby commitments. I know the problems, and it's worth it, isn't it? Well, I don't know about work, but children are worth it. Oh, well, I'm glad you've got a job that you enjoy, Xanthia Minis. That's very privileged. I think it must be nice to, you know, have a job that you love doing. I mean, I don't mind work. It's just There's obviously much better things I'd like to be doing, like spending time with my kids or painting, hiking, riding my bike, fishing, wargaming. That sounds cool, purple. Might need to might send you my essay title for my course and get some help. So Xanthi Minis, are you is that the name of your company? Are you a are you a painting service? Are you a sculptor? What do you do? Okay, I need to do the shades on these guys, and according to my colour wheel I should use some red in the shade, so I'm going to do a bit of that. Okay, Xanthi Minis, I'll go check out your website. $1.5-year long Helldrake project. Goodness me. Have you got any work in progress photos you can tweet me? Cheers, Fred. See you, Freddie. Before you go, Freddie, have you been? If you've been doing any more pencil drawings, tweet me one. I really enjoyed the halfling pencil drawing you sent me. Okay, thanks, Freddie. Purple, what have you got left to paint from this range? Just these boglins and that's it, purple. The guys on TeamSpeak are just talking about the up and coming expansion for ArcWorld that's coming later this year, so I'm just going to jump in on that conversation. That's correct. As far as I'm aware, it's the Viking, German Viking stroke, German mixed with Vikings. I think most of the existing war bands are going to get a few models as well, as far as I'm aware. I think all inspired with the cold theme that's going to be in Troubles in the North. I'm not sure exactly how much I'm allowed to reveal, but I think there are going to be some things around some of the races taking advantage of the halflings and albionicans who are having to advance north to deal with the problems up there, while some of the races left behind are taking advantage of that that lack of troops in the area. That's correct, yeah. Let's catch up on the Twitch. Sorry guys, over on Twitch, I've just got a TeamSpeak going as well. Pay now. I might need to get a digital audio cable so music do not go to the speakers but directly to the stream. Purple, Trouble in the North, July, I believe. That's right, yeah. Paint is tested the stream. It buffered some. Okay, we'll have to maybe have a chat about that later. Custom miniatures. Now then, Adam, how's it going? Couldn't get my Twitch channel up and running yet. Oh no. Well, send me some messages, and I'm no expert, but I'll try and help if I can. Hully Kusti. I used to paint miniatures when I was like 13 years old. It was a lot of fun. Well, get your paint brushes out and your paints and start again. Something of the star. What made you to decide paint miniatures? If that's a question directed at me, I still remember it to this day. I had a neighbour move into me when I was move in next door to me when I was a kid, and he introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons. But I'll never forget it. He took me to meet one of his friends who played Space Hulk, and I remember it was a Terminator stood on like this mesh base, and bursting out of the mesh was a Gene Stealer hand trying to grab the Terminator's leg, and it just really inspired me, and I still remember it to this day. It was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen, and just really got me into miniature painting. I'd kind of painted toy soldiers before that, but only really drawing painting red berets on my soldiers and things. Sorry, Sage. Tempting Sage to get these models. Well, yeah, get your paints out, Hulkuski. Kevin host BC is now following me. Thank you, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. Are you painting this evening? What you doing? So I think adding this red to this shade to this green is quite nice. Okay, Kevin, maybe send us some, you can tweet me a picture of what you're drawing, use the hashtag Boyzie2000UK. It'd be nice to see what you're working on. What kind of genre of drawing do you do? I suppose most people who come to watch me paint are into their fantasy and sci-fi. I'm just going to add some more red to this shade to darken it down a bit. LGN Do of the Star, I'm not sure how to say your name properly, but yes, Brushlickers is a miniature painting team here on Twitch. Just for a bit of fun, really. We set each other challenges and just kind of, I suppose, pride ourselves on helping others to learn how to paint and just trying to be a friendly community, really. Kevin draws masks and creepy things as well. That will probably fit well with some of us miniature painters. Some of the creatures we paint are pretty creepy and horrible. Oh, Legend of Star, of course. I can't read, can I? Legend of Star. It's really obvious now you've pointed that out. I feel silly. Thanks, Fatso. Whoa. Bear with me, I just need to have a look at that Helldrake. It's just... Freddie has sent me some halflings he's working on. They look awesome. Let's have a look at this Helldrake. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is that some extra sculpting you've done over the top of that as well? That's amazing. Wow. So Fatso, you've been, I think you've been sculpting some kind of Nurgle infestation or something like that over the top of that. Nice one. Used a paper clip to mould. Okay, Fatso, enjoy. Thanks for hanging out and keeping me company. I really recommend getting yourselves a colour wheel. I would never have decided to put red in the shadows of this colour, but I think it's working really nice. Purple, I remember that model with the guitar. It finished off some of my troops in the demo game. Remind me of that. I've got a vague recollection. Purple. Did one of the orcs fling him at you? I can't quite remember. Yeah, it does judge. That's made me laugh, Purple. Little Boglin's flying in to do some damage and then legging it. Did he? The aim of the game was to hold the bridge, wasn't it? Did he run back to try and get some victory points holding the bridge? Excuse me. So Purple, you're going to do some painting tomorrow evening? You should get yourself on Twitch, get yourself a Twitch stream. It's really inspired and motivated me to get much more painting done. Yeah, I have been kind of contemplating how I could use video streaming for my lectures at the college. I don't think, well, cookery, I guess, with it being creative, you could post on the creative section on Twitch. I have seen people cooking before, but I couldn't for my lectures because they're not creative. But certainly use some. I know there are other streaming websites out there that that you can use, or if I could just have like a private stream just for my students. The good thing about Twitch, Purple, is that you can it stores it in the archive for a few days, maybe a week, 2 weeks, but you can also tell it to back up to YouTube as well. So you would then have your lessons recorded for as a future resource, so you could share them with your students as well. So Purple, at the college I work at, we've got the most amazing restaurant that's staffed by the students. They do all the cooking. I think they're supported by the chef who's their lecturer, but the food is incredible and it's really cheap as well. So it's a really nice treat for me to go eat there. The poor students are shaking when they hand you their food, when they hand you your food, and they make the odd mistake, but it's worth it because the food's fabulous. Yeah, it's a fiddle, yes. It's not a school, Sage. It's a college. I'm a social worker by qualification, so I teach on their social work course. I teach mental health and disability, so that's my area of expertise. Adults with learning disabilities and mental health problems. So not it's not painting related at all. But they kindly are training me up to be a teacher, so hopefully it will improve my painting lessons as well. Stock Shadow, thanks for the host with 8 viewers, thank you very much. That's really kind. Well, welcome to the 8 viewers that were following Stock Shadow. Thanks for watching my stream. I'm just working on some little bogglings for the game Ark World. I was working on the Albionicans earlier today. But I've just finished weathering them and they need to be varnished now. I've done a load of mud on the bottom of his cloak, so I can't do anything else with them tonight until I've glossed varnished them ready for the oil wash later. So I moved on to the bogglings now. Painter, I got a mental health problem. Not sure it at the same type. Is it the problem that you just want to buy all the model crack in the world? Well, I've got that. I've got that too. Can't stop buying models. I promised myself I wouldn't buy any more this year, and I've only gone and bought myself the Games Workshop's new Overwatch, Deathwatch Overkill. I've always wanted a Gene Stealer cult, and I couldn't resist. It's interesting, Painter. I mean, not to take away from your condition, but the mental health is just a label, isn't it? Everyone has a mental health, and some days people's mental health is well and sometimes it's not, and everybody deals with it differently, and unfortunately labels carry a lot of stigma as well. Yeah, labels can open doors and can help people get the help and services they require, but at the same time they can also close a lot of doors as well. Unfortunately, our society has a lot of negative preconceived ideas about mental health, which is sad because we all have a mental health, like I said. And some are invisible and some are visible, and like you're suggesting, Painter, it sounds like yours is more visible, which sounds like it may be causing you some problems, which I'm sorry to hear about. Yeah, I can imagine that's difficult. Media portrayal of mental health isn't the greatest. So everybody thinks that you're a nutter and you're going to hurt them. I try to teach that to my students, to recognise that labels instantly cause you to treat somebody differently, and they shouldn't. You should try to treat everyone equally, but we're so bombarded in society by messages from the media and TV that we can't help but build up preconceived ideas about people. Yes, I have preloaded the Division today, actually. What I'll admit this to you, Painter, I made a right mistake today. I was having a look online for the best prices to get it, and there's a website in the UK called Hot UK Deals, and there was a great deal on there to get the Division and a gold season pass for £30. So but you had to use a VPN to pretend you were in Argentina and buy it from an Argentina website. So I did that and followed all the instructions, managed to buy it, and then realised I'd bought the Xbox One version and I've got a PC. So I had to get in contact with Microsoft to get a refund, and they were like, well, we don't normally give refunds on digital media like this, but this one time we'll let you off, and so they gave me a refund. So I had to buy it later, so I bought it today from another website, and it's downloaded now and all ready to go. Yeah. So that was a bit of a mistake, but got my money back, and now I'm up and running and ready to go for Tuesday, I think. But yeah, if you've got an Xbox One and you buy it from Argentina, you can get the Division and a gold season pass for £31, I think it was. While in the UK, I think you're talking 70 quid or something like that. Ah, Judge Gudge, nice one. Fat sarcasm. Division. Now all I have to do is just find some time to play it. That's my problem. I get these games and then don't find the time to play them. Too busy painting on Twitch. I will paint her if I can get the hang of it. I think it sounds like you guys are much more experienced. You've been doing the closed and open beta. I think what I'd like to do is, I'm a real newbie to PC gaming anyway, so I think what I'd like to do is just have a bit of private practice playing it first, and then maybe jump in. I'm getting a question on TeamSpeak. They're asking me what kind of teacher I am. I'll just answer them. In my spare time, I do painting lessons at my house, but at the college, I'm a social work teacher. I'm a social worker, so I teach social work, particularly mental health and learning disabilities. Yeah, I heard that, Painter. The beta testing started you further into the game, not to give away the plot and some of the surprises. I've been watching some videos on YouTube today about how to overclock my graphics card, because I'd like to get the most out of it, and I've never dared mess around with the overclock settings before, but I want to try and get the most out of my computer as I can. So it looks pretty easy actually, watching YouTube videos on how to do it. Just to warn everyone, I'm going to be painting until about 11:15. It's 11:15 now, so about another half an hour and then I better call it a night. I'm working in the morning.
We prefer doing things our own way.
Ah, cheers, Sage. Alright, well, we'll take a look. Xamphian minis. There's a few people I've promised I'll take a look at before I go to bed, so I need to go check out Joxel. I think Paintner wanted me to check out the quality of his stream. And then Xamphian will take a look at yours.
We prefer doing things our own way.
Oh, that's good to hear, Judge. Glad I've inspired you to get the brushes out. You were saying you haven't done a video on your YouTube channel for a while. Have you got any plans to do anything new? If you guys don't know, Judge Gudge has got a brilliant YouTube channel with some awesome videos on there. So you should go check him out on YouTube. I understand he might be doing some new ones soon. Oops, sorry, painting off camera there. I'm only going to be painting for another 25 minutes, guys. Yes, Twitch. It'll be in the archive on Twitch, and then I'll upload it to YouTube as well. I'm just going to talk to the team speak, guys. Yeah, I've enjoyed listening to you guys painting and talking about Ark World. It hasn't distracted me too much, actually. It's worked out okay. I don't know for the Twitch viewers how that's been for them listening to me answer your questions, but what I've tried to do is occasionally explain to them the questions that you guys have asked, so hopefully it's made sense to them as well. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that. So Twitch viewers, the TeamSpeak guys are a little concerned that maybe they've distracted me too much, or it's been confusing for you guys to listen to me answer the questions of some of the guys that have been on the TeamSpeak. So just let me know if that's being annoying, or are you okay with me occasionally answering a few questions to those guys? I'd appreciate the feedback. Cheers, Sage. Thanks, Judge Gudge. Judge has moved his office downstairs. Alright, so once you get your light and cameras set up, we might see you back on YouTube, or maybe even, I think you mentioned the other day that you may be venturing into the world of Twitch streaming. Let me just let the TeamSpeak guys know that you guys didn't mind listening to me talk to them. Guys, the Twitch viewers said they haven't minded me chatting to you guys at all, so it hasn't been too distracting for them. They said there's plenty of me to go around, so that's been good. Sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't hear. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll remind the Twitch viewers that there's a Facebook page for Arcworld, and if those join that Facebook page, who knows, they might come and join you on TeamSpeak to paint as well. So, as you heard me say there, Twitch viewers, the Facebook group for this game, Arcworld, have got a Sunday night painting session. And they use TeamSpeak to chat to each other, and they invited me along. So they are just saying you can join the Facebook page for Arcworld and maybe join them as well one evening. Okay, Judge Goods. Yeah, I think we'll add that to the agenda. I'll let you know everything I know about Twitch streaming, and maybe you can share some of your experience of entering Golden Demon. Just trying to do the eyes on these guys, so having to hold my breath. So Judge Gudge, if you're in the process of moving your office around, it might make sense for you to come to my my place. My studio's already set up, and there's plenty of room for the both of us in here. So someone on TeamSpeak's just asking me about my paintbrush. The current brush I'm using to do those eyes is a size 2. So I think it's quite a common misconception that you need really small brushes to paint miniatures. Size 2 is quite big, but it's got quite a sharp point as this, so perfect. It's perfect for blending, but sharp enough to do eyes. He's asking me how often I need to change my brushes. I try to look after them. I buy Kolinsky Sable brushes, so they're quite expensive. So I do look after them. I wash them in soap and restore every so often. So maybe once a year I change them, perhaps. I think. Hi Tyrrell, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I'm being very quiet at the moment. I'm having to concentrate on these eyes, and I tend to hold my breath when I'm doing small details. Sorry, I think I might have been off camera then. Oh, thanks, Sage. Yeah, I think got a hair on the end of the brush. If it's the number one question I always get at, when I'm doing demos, but particularly from people who don't paint miniatures, actually, is, "Oh, mate, you must have to have the most tiniest brushes. Bet they've only got a single hair on them, haven't they?" And you can forgive people for who aren't into the hobby thinking that. I guess it must sometimes, when people who don't paint miniatures see painted miniatures, it must seem impossible to them that you can paint something so small. But yeah, it's my answer is always it's actually more about the point than how big the brush is, because in fact the smaller the brush, the harder it is to blend. That's why I tend to use size 2, because not only can you get a really sharp point, but that size is much better for blending. Someone on TeamSpeak's just asking me why they aren't on wooden bricks. I've just run out of wooden bricks. They're all being used up on other models, but yeah, I do prefer to have something better to grip them on. But I'll probably remove the Albionicans off the wooden bricks, off these later when I finish them, and probably put the Boglins on them. So, although I've recommended using a size 2, I'm about to get my just bear with me. Someone's asking. The crown on top of a rooster's head. Yeah. I have no idea actually. Is it a crest? A crown? Sorry everyone, I'm about to use a size 3 now, 30, just to try and do the black dots in their eyes. And again, I'm going to have to hold my breath. A comb. The guys on TeamSpeak can see the chat box, so they're saying thank you for the info. The Winsor & Newton brushes are awesome, Judge Gudge. Oh, someone's leaving on TeamSpeak. Yeah. Good night, whoever that is leaving. Thanks for chatting. Good night. Good night. Don't worry, Twitch. I'm still painting for another 10 minutes. I was just saying bye to a few people on TeamSpeak. Should have really put some flow improver into this black because it's drying. In fact, I'm going to do that because it's drying before I can get it to the model. Because you don't want it too watered down because it'll just flow everywhere as soon as it touches the eye. But you don't want it too dry because it'll dry before you get it to the model, and I think that's the problem I'm having right now. So I'm just going to put a little bit of flow improver into it and see if that helps. So, Judge Gudge, have you tried Rosemary & Co. Series 33? Because that's the ones that I use now. I've tried Series 7s by Winsor & Newton, and I've also tried the Raphael's 8404s, but I found Rosemary & Co. Series 33 just as good. And they're actually made in, well, they used to be made in Keighley where I live. Until very recently, and she moved to Bradford. I think he's slightly bog-eyed. Is this boggling? But actually I don't mind that because well, he's carrying a big bottle of beer for one thing, and they're supposed to be hillbillies, so I'm going to leave him a little bit boss-eyed. Someone else leaving on TeamSpeak. Okay, good night. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining me and chatting, and good luck with your exam tomorrow. Yeah, sure. Good night. So that's everyone gone from TeamSpeak now, so I'm all yours now, Twitch. Yeah, I really recommend them, Judge Gudge. This is a Rosemary & Co. Series 33, Kalinsky Sable 3-0, just to excuse me, dot the I's on these I's. Custom miniatures. Today was the first time I'd never even heard of TeamSpeak until today. Just one of the other members on the Facebook page for this game that I'm painting the models from, Arcworld. A couple of days ago, they suggested that we start painting together, and I said, well, I paint on a Sunday night, Monday night on Twitch. Why not join me? So they agreed to do Sunday night. And then someone suggested, oh, well, perhaps a way of us chatting together while we're painting, we'll use TeamSpeak. So on the Facebook page they posted the server and password, so if you're a fan of Arcworld, get yourself onto the Facebook page, and there's a thread on there that tells you how to get onto the TeamSpeak. So I think it's going to be a regular thing Sunday nights while I'm twitching. They're going to paint along and chat. I'm quite pleased with the eye on this guy. I managed to get a white dot in the corner of the black dot, which is very difficult to do sometimes. I don't know if you can see that very clearly on the stream, but I'm quite pleased with how his eyes turned out. Going to try and do some small little chips in his lip to represent it's a bit textured. Might do the same on his ears, just to represent little tears in his ears. Not sure if I pulled that off. I've just tried to, sorry, I don't know if any of that was on camera. I've just been trying to do a little nick out of his ear. Okay, Painter. I'm gonna wrap things up now anyway. So I'll head over to your stream if you get that started. Let me just paint some little nicks into this guy's ear, and then I'm done. Okay, I think that's me done for the evening, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out and keeping me company. It always helps me have things to talk about. It'll be very boring if I'm sure if I couldn't chat about things, so you sharing your photos and chatting with me and asking questions really helps. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. I'm going to get these glossed off camera so I can start, which will seal all the weathering I've done on the bottom of the robe, etc. And then the oil wash will enable me to, the gloss will enable me to start the oil washes as well. Let's have a look. So Paint, now I'm going to head over to your Twitch to check that out. And Sage Grouse, it's been one heck of a good time, Boyzie. Learn much every time. Thank you, Sage. It's always a pleasure to have you around. And thank you for everyone else who's lurking in the background. It says 9 viewers at the moment, so thank you to you all for hanging out and keeping me company and watching the stream. And I think I've had quite a few new followers tonight, so thank you to all them for joining me. And I'll be back on tomorrow at 8 PM. It's my other scheduled slot tomorrow. Sundays and Mondays 8, while 11ish. And then just random through the week. I think from the 16th of March I'm going to attempt Wednesday afternoons depending on work. So yeah, good night everyone.